Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm Sophia, and I'm so thrilled you're here with us today at the English learning community. Are you ready to unlock the power of fluent English speaking and listening? If you've ever felt nervous about speaking up, struggled to understand fast-paced conversations, or wished you could express yourself with more confidence and clarity, then you're in exactly the right place. In this video, we're diving deep into practical strategies and actionable tips to supercharge your English communication skills. We'll be exploring techniques to boost your listening comprehension, helping you understand everything from everyday conversations to complex discussions. And for those of you who dream of speaking English fluently and effortlessly, we've got you covered. We'll be sharing proven methods to improve your pronunciation, expand your vocabulary, and build your speaking confidence, so you can finally express yourself clearly and effectively in any situation. Now, a little bit about myself and this community. I'm passionate about helping English learners just like you achieve their language goals. The English learning community is a space where we can all support and encourage each other on this exciting journey. We believe that learning a language should be fun and engaging, and we're here to provide you with the resources and motivation you need to succeed. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the key elements of effective English communication, but you'll also have a toolbox of practical techniques you can start using immediately to improve your speaking and listening skills. Think about how amazing it will feel to confidently participate in conversations, understand native speakers without struggling, and express your ideas with clarity and impact. Trust me, the transformation is within your reach. So, if you're ready to unlock your full potential and become a more confident and fluent English speaker, make sure you stay tuned until the very end. There's a valuable takeaway waiting for you that you won't want to miss. Let's dive right in. The attic air hung thick with dust motes dancing in the lone shaft of sunlight slicing through a grimy windowpane. It smelled of forgotten things, mothballs, dried flowers, and the faint, sweet scent of decaying wood. I, Clara, a meticulous historian by nature and profession, was on a mission. My grandmother, Elsie, had recently passed, leaving me her Victorian-era house and a lifetime's worth of memories to sift through. I'd already catalogued the antique furniture and yellowed letters, but the attic remained a daunting, unexplored territory. My younger brother, Liam, a restless spirit with a penchant for the dramatic, trailed behind me, complaining. "Seriously, Clara? Another box of dusty junk? It's a Saturday. We could be at the beach." "Patience, Liam," I replied, my voice echoing in the cavernous space. Grandmother lived a long and fascinating life. There's bound to be something of historical significance up here. And then, I found it. Not a grand historical artifact, but a small, unassuming wooden box tucked away beneath a pile of moth-eaten blankets. Inside, nestled amongst dried lavender sprigs and faded ribbons, lay a stack of old photographs. Most were brittle and faded, depicting stern-faced individuals in Victorian garb. But one, slightly larger than the rest and protected by a thin sheet of glass, caught my eye. It was a picture of a young woman, radiant and smiling, wearing a dress I'd never seen before. The fabric appeared almost luminous, capturing the light in a way that seemed impossible for a photograph of that era. The background was indistinct, a blur of trees and sky, but the woman's face was startlingly clear. There was something familiar about her, a flicker of recognition that sent a shiver down my spine. "Who is that?" Liam peered over my shoulder, his earlier boredom momentarily forgotten. I turned the photograph over, hoping for a name, a date, any clue. But the back was blank, smooth and unyielding. I don't know. But I feel like I should. We spent the next hour poring over the other photographs, hoping to find another image of the mystery woman, but to no avail. The rest depicted various family members, some of whom I recognized from grandmother Elsie's stories, but none offered any connection to the intriguing woman in the singular photograph. "Maybe it's a distant relative we never knew about," Liam suggested, tracing a finger across the glass covering the image. "Or perhaps a friend of Grandma's. Someone she lost touch with." "Perhaps," I agreed, though the vague feeling of familiarity persisted. "We need to ask Aunt Margaret. She might know something." Aunt Margaret, Elsie's younger sister, was the only other living relative who might hold a key to this puzzle. The next day, we visited Aunt Margaret in her cozy cottage just outside of town. We showed her the photograph, and her reaction was immediate. Her hand flew to her mouth, her eyes widening in surprise. "Goodness gracious," she whispered, her voice trembling slightly. "Where did you find this?" "In the attic," I explained. "Do you recognize her?" Aunt Margaret took a deep breath, her gaze fixed on the image. "Yes," she finally said, her voice low. That's Alara, Elsie's older sister." Liam and I exchanged astonished glances. Grandmother Elsie had never mentioned having a sister. "But Grandma never spoke about her," I said, confusion lacing my voice. "Why?" Aunt Margaret hesitated, her expression clouding over with a sadness that mirrored the dust-filled attic where we'd found the photograph. "It's a long and complicated story, dear. A story of misunderstandings, misplaced pride, and a broken promise." She went on to explain that Alara, a free spirit with a passion for painting, had fallen in love with a musician against their family's wishes. Elsie, ever the dutiful daughter, had sided with their parents, leading to a bitter rift between the sisters. Alara eventually eloped, severing all ties with her family. Elsie regretted it deeply, Aunt Margaret continued, her voice thick with emotion. She carried that guilt with her for her entire life. She kept Alara's memory locked away, a secret she couldn't bear to share. The photograph, tucked away in the attic, was a tangible representation of Elsie's hidden sorrow and a testament to a bond broken by circumstance. It served as a poignant reminder that even the most meticulous histories can have missing pieces, and that sometimes, the most significant discoveries are the ones we least expect. Finding that old photograph wasn't just about uncovering a family's secret. It was about understanding the complexities of human relationships and the enduring power of memory. Speaking practice. Practice speaking this sentence aloud. The photograph, tucked away in the attic, was a tangible representation of Elsie's hidden sorrow and a testament to a bond broken by circumstance. Focus on clear pronunciation and intonation. Vocabulary explanation. 1. Meticulous. Showing great attention to detail. Very careful and precise. Example. The detective conducted a meticulous search of the crime scene. 2. Poignant. Evoking a keen sense of sadness or regret. Example. The war memorial was a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made. As we left Aunt Margaret's cottage, the setting sun painted the sky in hues of orange and purple. I held the photograph close, the image of Alara's smiling face imprinted not just on the aged paper, but on my mind. We had unearthed a hidden chapter in our family history, a story that had been silenced for decades. The dusty attic, once a symbol of forgotten things, had become a gateway to understanding, a bridge across the chasm of time, connecting us to a past we had never known. The photograph, a seemingly insignificant object, had unlocked a flood of emotions and revealed the enduring power of unspoken stories. It was a reminder that the past is never truly gone, but rather, patiently waiting to be rediscovered.